Everybody, Dave Bluejacket 66 here for a quick video. I've been kind of busy recently, and I had my kind of little contest run videos, but I wanted to do a video just to acknowledge some of the people that have sent me, some of the fellow YouTubers have sent me some mail day stuff over the past few weeks. I didn't really want to show it early on for fear that someone would think that getting mail day stuff somehow influences contests, which it doesn't. So the good news is I have a degree of organization of who sent me a few things. The bad news is there's a couple people that sent me things and I'm so disorganized. I scrambled up cards with names and I cleaned off this crappy big desk here and I forgot who sent me a couple things, and that's really indefensible, but nonetheless it happened. I know people don't send mail day stuff to be for their name to be broadcast all over, but it should be acknowledged. And I know that I at least text or called people and thanked them for what they'd sent. And I know one or two people I said I'll be showing it later, and I'm afraid that I messed up. So for those of you that sent me some cards and I'm not acknowledging you, that will not happen again. A few big auctions recently: Heritage, Robert Edwards auction. I did not win anything with Heritage, and I didn't go strong because I was waiting for a Robert Edwards auction. I did sell my Tattoo Orbit set in that auction, was happy with that. And what's really pleasing about Robert Edwards auction is that auction closed on the 8th. I got an e-check 3 days later, and the check was deposited on day 4. So 4 days after the end of the auction, I had a check in my account, which is amazing because I've consigned with other auction houses and it takes weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. It's ridiculous. But anyway, at that Robert Edwards auction, what happened was, and I ended up with nothing, is I was going strong on a 1975 Hostess Proof color progression of George Brett. George Brett was not included in the 1975 Hostess set. It was his rookie year, but he was in consideration. It was part of the proof cards that were made. You can see him on a sheet of proof cards for this 75 set, but they never made his card. But what they have in Robert Edwards auction was 7 cards that were the color progressions of how the ink was laid down on this image. So there was a yellow image in a Beckett holder, there was a blue, a red, and how all these would be layered together to get your final product. And I thought for sure I was going to win that. It was, I think going into extended bidding, it was like $700, and I was high bidder at $900, and that's what I really wanted. And I was ready to go strong on it, which I did. And what happened was, I'm sure I got into a bidding war with just one other person, and through the night we're bidding each other up. Next thing you know, I know that auction's going to close hard, like at 11 p.m. Central Time, and we're still bidding each other up. And next thing you know, it's $2,500 for these cards, and it's just me and him, and nobody else may want to pay more than $800 for it. But that's what happens when you have 2 people bidding on something. The sky's the limit. So I finally just freaked out and just dropped out, sadly, at that high level at 2,500, and I immediately started punching in. I wanted an E98 Mathewson, and I got outbid on that. I was a higher bidder, I got outbid, and the auction closed. So I was really disappointed. That's the way these auctions are. I mean, I got shut out, and there was many things that I wanted and that I would have bid up higher than what they went for, but I got locked into going for that Brett. So I did get something in the mail today. This is an auction win. I won a few things at an auction house I've never used before. Actually, it was serious. I won a few things on that, and I am bidding currently in Small Traditions. So I'm kind of feeling sorry for myself. So I've been bidding in these very smaller auction houses just to pacify myself. So, okay, let's show some of these things I got in the mail. I did win this on eBay. It was in a crappy plastic holder from someone that had like 10 feedbacks. And I thought, well, I'm going to go for it. I may get lucky. It's a 76 George Brett, Topps George Brett, which are impossible to find centered. And so it was in this holder, and I really couldn't tell. It looked pretty centered to me, and it looked pretty nice card. He listed it as near mint, so I got it. And it's pretty well centered, but it's diamond cut, meaning the image within the white part of the card is tilted a little bit. So, but it's got it's a pretty nice card. So I'm pretty happy with it. I just paid a few bucks for it, so that was cool. Okay, so look what I got. First, this is from MP Fox, or actually the MP Fox family. MC Fox, MP Fox, the whole gang. A Christmas card. I don't want to really read it, but it's some Christmas wishes and a Christmas card. My first YouTube Christmas card ever. Who do I get Christmas cards from? Usually I get them from people at my work and my mother and, some few regular people, but beautiful card. I was thanking them so much for that. MP Fox, if you watch him, and MC Fox, MC2, and Mrs. MP Fox, they sometimes get together on it, but he sent me a 1984 Crane team pins of the Kansas City Royals. This is 1984, and it is right up my alley with, I don't know if you can read that, Crane potato chips. I've heard of Crane potato chips. Crane potato chips, as far as I know, was not in Kansas City. I love hearing comments below about where these food issues are. So the Fox and Friends, thank you very much for that. From Mario Novell, who's JR Sports Card Chronicles, this 1984 Drake's George Brett, SGC graded, it's a 10. And I asked before about Drake's Cakes, Drake's Cookies, and they're still obviously making the product. Remember, my big issue for Drake's is the 1950 Drake's Foods set, which is wonderful set. So Drake's still making it. Nice note here from Mario. I won't read the whole thing. But it hits you pretty hard when someone says, I was out of the hobby for many years until I ran across your channel. Started watching your channel and the joy you have in collecting and the generosity, and it brought him back to collecting. So that means a heck of a lot to me. A lot. Thank you very much for that. This is terrible. I mean, I've got some stacks of cards, and I'm not sure if Mike O sent these. Mike O has sent me a few things. I got these lots of these Bretts coming in. And I'm sorry. I'm just not sure. Our friend Ground Chuck, with a nice little note on the back. Some food issues. Here's a post-cereal George Brett. Quaker Chewy Bar, granola bars, which are, I'll have to admit, are freaking yummy. Especially the chocolate chip one. Jimmy Dean. Makes a damn good sausage. True Value. Who knew? More Post. These are early 90s postcards. So cool stuff from our man, Ground Chuck. You guys kind of know what I like. Big friend of our community. Caitlin with a League of Our Own. She sent me the 77 Hostess. This is a Hostess Twinkies. And the Twinkie set is actually different than just the Hostess set. Twinkie set is different. And I do not have this card. Thank you for that, Caitlin. And here's a card I've never even seen before. It's got a perforation on it. So I don't know. It's a 1978 Pepsi Cola Superstars. And it says it's hand cut. So I don't know if it had the tab at the bottom. It probably did, I guess, and went in the the 6-packs or bottles of Pepsi. Super stoked for that. A League of Their Own. Let's see what else we got here. This is certainly cool. This is from Disco 187. 187. I think pretty new to YouTube, and certainly a new subscriber to me. But this is, sorry. Hall of Fame plaque. Bob Feller autograph. Sweet. Bob Feller's, his autograph, with his age, held up pretty well. Pretty well. So this is from the 1991 Yellow Hall of Fame plaque. It's Bob Feller autograph. So that's from our friend Disco 187. Thanks for the cool cards. He wanted to return the favor, so I'd sent him some cards. I can't remember what. This is from Big Harv. He's pretty new to my channel too. Scott Harvey. Saw this and I hope I didn't already have it, and I don't. Thanks for my amazing contribution to the card collecting community. And it is a 2018 Topps George Brett. Looks like a box topper. Beautiful image there. Super cool. From Big Harv. And again, I know people, I really apologize to those who have sent me some cards, and I know some Brett cards, and I feel terrible that I let you down here, but I'm sorry for those people that sent me a couple things that I left you out. I did not leave out, however, Zombie Collector Jason. Check out his channel, Deep Thoughts with Jason. He sent me a crap load of Brett stuff, including this tasty '89 collector's edition. This tasty, and I don't know what the fuck. What is tasty? Here's the Jiffy Pop that I was sent by Mike O. And here's the tasty, and here's that Kitty Clover autograph one I got. So hey, if you guys find these and you don't want them, so far I've got Kitty Clover potato chips, I've got Jiffy Pop and Tasty, but I am seriously digging these Brett discs. Jason also sent me Fantastic Sam's Haircutting Place made a disc back in the day. This is the 1988. And actually, he sent me the Tasty, the rest, pretty much the run of the Kansas City Royals at that time. That's really cool. So he sent me a crap load of Bretts. So I'll be honest with you, you guys have sent me a lot of Brett stuff, and I got to get this stuff in a binder. Jason just went overboard. He's got two like big stacks. These are all Bretts he thanked me, or he sent me, and it's really cool. I've been through them. They're awesome. A lot of them are numbered and sweet cards. What else he sent me that I'm super stoked about is this Linnea Quigley, this advertising piece here, kind of a promo piece. She was in one of my very, very, very favorite, not only movies, but horror movies, campy movie, and that is The Return of the Living Dead. This is kind of a promo for that. I don't know what language this is. I guess it's French. But she was in it. She was not a star in it. She was just kind of this, I don't know what to It's one of those that when I was watching it with my son, because I've been watching it way back since it came out in the, what was it, 87, and it's one of those where, I don't know, definitely rated 13 at least. And here she is again. Who knew that not only this little appearance she had in Return of the Living Dead, which is a freaking funny movie. You know how some movies you can quote things from it? Well, in my family, especially between me and my sister, I can quote, we got tons of quotes. I'll send her clips from it all the time. It's been now 32 years later. It's such a funny movie. But anyway, Linnea, she also went on to star in, you all know this one, Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. Jason, thank you very much for that. Quigley's not even wearing a bra, but she does have some body paint on, and so I can appreciate that. I've never heard of the movie. Gonna have to check it out. I do have a movie, I do movie posters. I do have a movie poster of Jenna Jameson in a movie from the 80s or late 80s, early 90s called Zombie Strippers. And it's a pretty valuable movie poster. But I was told by others that I am not allowed to put it up in the house. I have a pretty young son in the house, and it's a picture of a porn star in a movie called Zombie Strippers, which was it wasn't a porn movie, it was a mainstream movie, but it's a pretty risque poster that's rolled up and in a tube and in my closet. I'm pretty unhappy that it's there, but anyway, Jason, thanks for this. You nailed it with The Return of the Living Dead. And Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. Oh, you know my channel too well. So that's about it. Other than, remember, I decided to start this, to see what would happen with this rainbow run in this 2018 Panini Donruss baseball. Remember I got that? Someone sent that to me. Remember they sent that to me? So I said, well, here, that's a cool image. I'm going to go for that rainbow, whatever that means. So this is the base. And this is a aqua teal colored. It's numbered to 199. These are eBay wins. And this one's kind of a shimmery green. There's no numbering on it. It's got a little bit of shine to it. And this is the gold press proof. It's numbered to 99. I'm gonna break it out of this holder because it's stupid that I don't need it in this holder. I'm gonna try to get them all just in top loaders. So I've got the gold press proof numbered to 99. I've got this teal colored one that's numbered to 199. I got a green one that's unnumbered, the base, and the blue. So I'm going to keep looking for them. I don't know if there's 2 or 3 different more colors, no more different colors, 100 different colors, but just a little project. So that's it. I will probably make another video before the Christmas holiday, but Merry Christmas to all of you and Happy Hanukkah. And to those of other religions and faiths, enjoy the holiday as well. So that's it, and thank you everybody, and thank you all subscribers, and thanks for participating in my 1,000 subscriber video. And was on Mike Baseball Collector's little thing he had on the other night where he'd bring in kind of open mic. That was fun. Some new YouTubers I haven't seen before. I think that's a pretty neat format. It needs to be fine-tuned, and when there were a lot on it, not everybody can talk at once, and it has I think the possibility of being a monthly really fun thing. So But it's pretty wild. There's a lot of people on there, and then people are chatting, and you want to, you're responding to their chat, and next thing you know, 10 more chat things go by, and your comment's lost. So it's pretty Wild West. So thanks for that, and I will be talking to you all later.